In general, what are you seeing from consumers out there right now as we face this second wave of rising coronavirus cases?
That's good to see you, Sarah. So Panera is actually emerging quite strongly through the pandemic because we've been completely focused on what we have control over. And I think by focusing on servicing customers through our off-premise channels, leveraging e-commerce, and then rapidly innovating, we've seen a very smart recovery on our brand and also a stronger business model emerging from the pandemic.
How much of the business is actually happening in the restaurants versus online and pickups and all the other adjustments that you just laid out and have had to make, given that people are staying home more?
Yeah, that's right. So I think what's clearly playing out is the off-premise channel is seeing dramatic growth. So to give you a sense, our delivery is growing by over 100%. Drive-thrus are growing by over 60, 70%. Rapid pickup is in strong growth. So the off-premise channels are growing very strongly and in some ways compensating for the decline in business on-premise. So pre-pandemic, we were probably about 60-40 in terms of off-premise, on-premise. And now it is predominantly off-premise convenience for our customers as we're moving in that direction. Also, I think, like you mentioned, e-commerce, close to 60% of our sales is coming from e-commerce. So I think brands that are able to leverage their e-commerce strength and pivot very sharply on providing convenience on off-premise are beginning to see a smart recovery.
Everybody is eating pizza, whether it's frozen pizza that they're buying from the grocery or Domino's. Why are you getting, obviously it's on trend, but why are you getting into it now when so many of your other competitors have been there for so long and have such a lead, like Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, and others?
So I think there are three levers that we're working on to get our business back on track, which is, like we said, convenience, e-commerce, and then innovation, meaningful innovation. And as you mentioned, Cool Foods or a coffee subscription program, or most recently, the flatbread pizza launch. So here's the thing. We're very excited about this because it's a launch of a new food category at Panera, one that we haven't had before. And I think it's a bullseye innovation in terms of what the customer is looking for at this time. So the customers are looking for a warm, shareable, at-home solution, a meal solution for their families. And I think the flatbread pizza fits perfectly for that. And we're doing it in a uniquely Panera way, as you can expect. So we're leveraging the credibility of our breads. We have unique ingredients that are all clean. They're fresh. We have double blend cheese, bold flavors of our sauces, and it's stone baked. So think of this as a pizza as customers love, but done in a very unique Panera way. And that's why we are so excited.
Pizza is comfort food for me, so I can relate to that. I wanted to ask you, Niran, about Dunkin' nearing a deal, almost $9 billion deal to go private. You, of course, went private, are owned by JAB. Is this whole sector going to go private? And if so, why? Why are these restaurants, these fast casual chains like yours, so susceptible to not being public? And is it just a hard model to do?
No, I think these are tremendous brands that have a huge runway for growth and enterprise value creation by doing the right things. And I think this, to me, just demonstrates the commitment and opportunity that lies behind these brands for continued growth in the future. So I think it's an indication of the strength of the brand and the sector, be it us or be it anybody else. I think just on pizza, I just wanted to highlight a fun fact. During the pandemic, interestingly, what the customers, the categories that are kind of bucking the trend are, like you said, food that represent nostalgia and comfort food. So, burgers or pizzas and so forth. And I think, therefore, we feel that we are, always following where the consumers are going and then serving them in a unique fashion, better than anybody else, and therefore the excitement.
Thank you for coming on to talk about it, Niran. Always good to check in with you.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.